And we are underway. Again, our first look at the women's division. Kristen Coos, former member of Canada's national women's team, played it off the boards. Brought in by Curio. And behind the goal, back there looking for it was Melanie Zhu. You've watched our coverage over the last couple of national championships in 2018, 2019. A lot of these names will be familiar to you. Zhu. Over to Coos. Cleared in. Back to get it. Michelle Mars. Got a number of the best women's players in the world playing in this game. Lemieux got a stick on it. Mars has it. Racing down is Karpenko. Karpenko with a shot. Thompson got her arm up, made the save. Whistle goes. As the net become dislodged, faceoff will stay in the BC end. Karpenko, face off against Wilson. Wilson won it into the corner. And Wilson will come away with it for BC. Breaking down the right side, this is Jenna Prue. Prue threw it in front, quick shot on goal, save was made. She set up Chelsea Wilson. Wilson having a great shift, now loses it. Back comes Calgary, 2-on-1 down low. Shot from well out though, easy save for Juliana Thompson. So we get a chance each end of the floor. Face off won by Calgary. Take it out towards center, throw it in just wide of the goal. Trying to get there first, Marianne Thorpe, the captain of BC. Taken back towards the blue line by Fisher. Fisher into the corner, that's intercepted. They work it up along the boards. Knocked down by Stelben. It's held in and put back down deep into BC territory. To go in behind the goal. Thompson leaves it back there for Langston. Langston off the boards to Hatch. Belinda Hatch forced back in her own end. BC kind of stuck in their own end of the floor right now. Langston will reverse it. It'll come up to the blue line to Hatch. He'll throw it to an open wing. Nobody over there. Trying to race onto it was Wilson. Up the floor it comes. It gets by everybody. And that will be a flooring call against Calgary United. Don Tuck will take the face-off for BC. Members of Canada's national women's team. Don has been a member of that team a number of years. A scramble. Ball squirts loose, goes over to the far boards. On it first is Carly Reeve. She can't get it out. Now Calgary will bring it out. This is Curio. Stelben lost her stick. The defenseman for BC. There she goes and retrieves it. Curio keeps it in from a very sharp angle. A shot by Jenna Prue. Thompson no trouble handling that one. Back to Coos. Good pass up ahead, right on the stick of Emily Jude. That was tipped, no flooring. Play continues on. Shaylin Clark comes up with it. That gets by everybody down the floor. This will be a flooring call against British Columbia. Kept in at the point, fired into a corner. On at first was Ayerst. Now Lemieux will try and get it out. She does. Here's Shaylin Clark. Clark down the left side. Clark breaking towards the goal. Clark with a shot. Save is made. Rebound. Put over the top of the goal by Sylvia Traversa, the veteran player of this BC squad. One of many. It's a very experienced team. And both teams actually have players who've been playing ball hockey a long time at a very high level. Prue stopped by McLean. Back comes Calgary. BC were changing. Oh, a little bit too quick that time for Fisher. She had a teammate, could have been 2-on-1. Turned it over at the blue line. Back in her own end. Amanda Christie. Layerst. Prue tips it in, got a piece of it. Back to pick it up. And has it taken away. BC with it now in Calgary territory. Wilson threw it in around behind the goal. Back out at center, kept in by Thorpe. Thorpe throws it into the corner. Wilson was reaching for it, couldn't get it. Calgary will bring it out. Didn't bring it in over the blue line. It's not in yet. Now they'll dump it in. Going in to chase. Kelty Apperson. Apperson and Langston. Ball comes free. A little slow to move on it was Belinda Hatch. Had it knocked off her stick. Apperson turning in the corner. She's got Thorpe watching her. Apperson trying to get it out in front. It comes up along the boards. Hatch couldn't get to it. Calgary on it again. Tried to cycle it down low. That was picked off by Langston. Langston around the boards. Gets it over to Sylvia Langston. We got Kirsten and Sylvia out there. 8:48. Good pressure here by Calgary. This is Sylvia Langston for BC. Doesn't get it out. Long shot from the point by Berzens. It's Heather Berzens. Sister Emily Berzens playing on Calgary as well. That's tipped up high. Goes along the boards, pushing and shoving right down below us. Cleared in by BC. Stelben comes away with it for BC. Back at the point. Melanie Zhu. Shot. Great save by Delaney Bryan, and then she covers up as it comes off the end boards. What a shot by Melanie Zhu. She can fire it. And a great blocker save by Bryan. Calgary making a wholesale change. BC standing pat right now. Calgary win the faceoff. will go down the floor, though. This will, no, they're going to wave it off. Thought that was going to get us a whistle. Kristen Coos tipped away, and hustling back to get it is Tegan Schroeder. The goaltender came out and played it. This is Emily Berzins to the boards. BC will come up with it. Clear it to the blue line, knocked out, to the red line, knocked down there, and then Lemieux plays it down to the Calgary blue line. Brought in over the blue line. Ayerst comes up with it. Pass for Lemieux, hopped off her stick. Clark plays it back to Ayerst. And Clark will get it back. Shaylene Clark. Bouncing ball. Laid offside. No score. 11:10 left to go here in the first period. First of two that we will play. And a face-off win for Calgary. Dunlop up ahead was trying to get it to Jessica Holt. Back behind the goal, Kirsten Toth. Calgary keep it onside. Still battling. Michelle Mars. Mars unable to hold it in. That time it came out. Mars back in her own end. Christie watching her. Kept in. Now Calgary with a chance to move it out. That's flipped into the Calgary bench. So we'll get a whistle. Almost at the halfway point of the first period here at Huntington Hills. Pass off the stick of Holt. She'll try and chase it down in the corner against Thorpe. Thorpe comes away with it. Pass up through the middle. Now here on the left side. Here's Hatch. Hatch will bring it in over the blue line for BC. Hatch stopping up. Threw it towards the goal. It was deflected, went just wide. Up at center. Langston kept it onside. Hatch will dump it in. It's still in, and now it's out. Calgary will bring it in. Cutting inside is Esposito. Had it knocked off her stick. Racing onto it. Here's Don Tuck. Don Tuck with a chance. Great shot. Better save by Delaney Bryan as Tuck tried to get across. Another shot. Another save by Bryan. That touched the mesh as it went high in the air. Great chance for Tuck. Two big saves by Delaney Bryan on that sequence. $9:19 left to go. Still no score. Goes down the floor. This time it will be a flooring call against Calgary. Back in her own end to pick it up, Melanie Zhu. Off the glass hard, it gets past McLean at the blue line. Dumped into the Calgary end, back to get it. Mars. Long slap pass up at center. It'll come back to Mars. To McLean. Off the boards. They were trying to get it to Dunlop. Now Dunlop's got it. Brings it in. That's onside. Great pass. Just hopped over the stick of her teammate down in the corner. Up with it. Kirsten Toth. Reeve has to go all the way back down deep into her own end. Wilson was watching her. Apperson, get ahead. Here's a chance. Cutting in front. Shot. Just put it wide, but it's going to be a penalty. Jessica Holt with a chance. And they're going to call a penalty shot. Don't see many of these. Holt got around the outside of the defender. Was hooked. She was hooked. Stick got up in the crook of the arm. Forced the shot wide and will bring about a penalty shot. Our first of the tournament. Thompson in goal. And here we go. Holt against Thompson. Holt. 5-hole scores. Took her time. Put her right between the feet of Juliana Thompson. Didn't rush it. You can see the feet open just a little bit. She takes advantage of it and puts it home. 1-0 for the home side. The penalty gate has come open on the BC side. Okay, they'll stay 5-on-5. The player who picked up the penalty has to sit out for a couple of minutes. That was Daniela Ayerst. So it's 5-on-5, trying to split the defense. Almost getting through was Brittany Esposito. And if your name is Esposito, you've got to wear number 7. Esposito comes up with the ball. Still hanging in there, knocks it to the boards, goes and gets it. Plays it down in deep. BC trying to clear it, but Sylvia Traversa puts it out of play. .6:54 to go in the first. 1-0 for the home side. Calgary United. Penalty shot by Jessica Holt. Backhanded towards the goal. Easy save that time for Thompson. Emily Jude. They don't get it out. Kept in. Shot towards goal. That was blocked. Second attempt. Also blocked. Knocked down. Pass up ahead. They were looking for Stelben. She got a piece of it, so no flooring. Hand pass. Been a very good first period for this women's game. What one would expect from the caliber of players we have on the floor here this evening. Coos. Clark. Shaylin Clark backhands it, only gets it as far as the blue line, knocked down there and sent back out by Calgary. They'll bring it in. Into the middle, looking for Sharp. Knocked off her stick. Lemieux. Lemieux tried to dump it in. It came off the boards on a weird bounce. BC were changing. Calgary will come out. In through the middle. Here's the goal scorer. Oh, sorry, that was Curio who lost it. He's back at the point. Kept in by Calgary. Thrown in front. Be careful here. Kirsten Toth able to get it out over the blue line, but still in the offensive end. Curio swings wide, has a look. Put the shot wide of the goal. Christie first to the boards for BC, has it taken away. There's a chance shot over the top of the goal. Kelty Apperson. That was deflected as Dunlop got a stick on the shot. Went wide. Prue. That didn't work. Good defense by Calgary. That missed everybody, but it'll go on goal, and Thompson's got to be careful. It bounced off her stick. A lot of spin on it. We'll take a quick break and be right back. There you see the time remaining, 4:53 left to go in this first period. Off the boards, and they'll get it out. Coming up with it, Belinda Hatch clears it in around behind the goal. Delaney Bryan clears it to the near boards. That will be a flooring call against Calgary. They didn't quite get to the center red line before dumping it in. Still 2 more games to go after this one on our webcast schedule this evening. We'll turn things over to the men's A. Following this game, there will be a brief opening ceremony, and then we'll get the Brampton Midnight Express taking on the Calgary Phantoms, and then the new Tecumseth Extreme against the Saskatoon Buffalo. Face-off win for BC. Ball is bouncing around. They couldn't keep it in. Coos back to get it. That hits the mesh. We'll get a whistle. Just outside the Calgary blue line. Tuck won it. Back to Zhu. Knocked away, and back comes Calgary. Tegan Schroeder shot went wide. Only had one hand on the stick as she was being checked. Stelben swings it across. Gets it to Emily Jude. Jude backhands it into Calgary territory. Good pass right onto the stick of Sharp. Drops it back. Mars from outside shoots it in. Wraparound attempt. Calgary staying with it. Finally, it's cleared to the boards, and diving play by Clark. Jude backhanded it out of the air. Mars got a stick on it. Kept it in. Fisher. Across. Apperson, long shot. Went off of Coos just wide. They tried to spring Traversa with the breakaway pass, hopped over her stick, and that'll go as a flooring call against BC. 3:12 left to go, 1-0 for Calgary on a goal by Jessica Holt on a penalty shot. Battle down in the corner. Calgary trying to get the ball out in front. It goes back along the boards. Mars able to hold it in. That shot was stopped by Thompson. That was Curio, number 10, with the chance. Again, they'll hold it in. BC finally get it out. Mars has it, plays it up ahead to Dunlop. Into the middle, off the foot of Esposito. Calgary looking very good here in this first period. Christie. That was broken up smartly there by Heather Burzens of Calgary. Christie knocks it down. Karpenko. Shot goes wide of the goal. Picked up over on the far side by Sidney Langston. Able to clear the zone, but not much offense from BC as of late. Last couple of shifts, all Calgary. Goes high in the air, but it hits one of the beams in the ceiling here at Huntington Hills. So the faceoff will stay in the Calgary end. Under 2 to play here in the first. Burzens takes it out in front of her own goal. Down the floor it goes. That will go right on goal, so no flooring. Thorpe back to pick it up. Hatch couldn't take the pass off the boards. Burzens with a long shot. That's gloved by Thompson. She'll hold on, and we'll be back in just a moment to finish off the last minute 25 of this one. Face-off win for Calgary. Esposito tried to get it in front to Karpenko. Ball goes to the boards. Stelben. She couldn't get it out. Kept in by Holt. Holt along the boards. Holt. Down low. Right out in front. Broken up at the last second by BC. Now they'll head up the floor. Thorpe will clear it in. She wanted to get to the bench and get in a line change. Just ran out of legs. Langston up ahead. Jude got a stick on it, so no flooring. Now it's Melanie Zhu getting it into Calgary territory, but Calgary quickly bringing it out. That's onside. They'll drop it back. Fake shot. Over to Traversa. Back to Coos. Coos doesn't shoot it. To Zhu. And it's broken up. Here comes Calgary. Sharp. Sharp from a sharp angle shoots it. Save made by Thompson. Players go to the boards as time runs out here in the first period. After 20 minutes of play, Calgary lead it 1-0 over the BC Selects. The only goal, that by Jessica Holt of Calgary on a penalty shot. Just a 2-minute intermission. We are going to take advantage of that for a quick break and be right back with period number 2. Please stay with us. You're watching the 2021 CBHA Canadian National Championships from Huntington Hills Arena in Calgary, Alberta. Play just underway here in the second period. Calgary leading it 1-0. There's a penalty called against BC just at the end of that first period, so Calgary will start the second here on the power play. Karpenko back at the point. Karpenko wrist shot. That was knocked down. Behind the goal, Thorpe. Off the boards, kept in. Karpenko. Again, tried to feather it through, went wide of the goal. Picked up here on the near side by Fisher. They go the other side, shot, save made, and then it's put over the top of the goal by Fisher. Good looking power play for Calgary. One good scoring chance. Good save made by Thompson. And the rebound was put high. .51 seconds left to go in the power play for Calgary. They get possession right from the face-off. It's along the boards. Comes out in front, and again, Thompson sprawls out and makes the save. Spread the pads. Mars will just shoot it in. On it first, Melanie Zhu. DC can't get it out. Mars read that, held it in. Reeve, time winding down into power play. Curio trying to get it out in front. And the penalty has now expired. A couple of good chances for Calgary. Thompson came up big. So we're back to 5-on-5. Long shot. Right on goal again. Kicked away by Thompson. Apperson. Back to Reeve. Back to Apperson. Scores! Apperson with the shot. Not sure if it was deflected. Couldn't get one on the power play, but they get one. They get one at even strength. May have been Mars who tipped it. Let's see what we can pick up on the replay. There's Apperson with it. She'll take the shot. Standing in front, and it looks indeed like it was tipped. It is 3-1 now. Sorry, let's correct that. 2-1 for Calgary. Let's try it again. Third time lucky. 2-0. I knew it was a 2-goal lead. Still got 2 more games to go, too. Stelben towards the goal. Sharp pushed against the boards by Emily Jude. Coming away with it was Heather Berzins. Ball went out of play. Calgary back in their own end, leading by 2 now. Emily Berzins will clear it in. Thorpe in behind her goal, pushed against the boards by Fisher. Fisher stays with Thorpe. Thorpe still has the ball but can't move it. Thorpe is draped all over her. Finally it comes loose and BC will bring it out. Lemieux looking for Traversa. Not in over the blue line. Now it is, but Calgary has it. Out it comes. Kristen Coos swings it back to Melanie Zhu. Sharp. Broken up at the BC blue line. Christie trying to get to it for BC. She can't. Lifted in high. Trying to chase after it is Apperson. Apperson behind the goal. Coos to Zhu. One hands it up at the blue line. Good pass to Christie. She'll clear it in. BC will make a change. Wasn't touched. It'll be a flooring call against Calgary. .5:01 gone in the second period. Calgary has added to their lead. They led 1-0 after the first. They are up 2-0 now. Long slap pass up at center. Knocked down and chasing after it. Comes right in front. Holt along the boards. In behind the goal. Ayerst couldn't get it out. Ball was loose in the slot area. Finally, BC just relieved the pressure. Clear it down. Berzin's back to get it for Calgary, quickly ringing it around the boards. Trying to get in on the forecheck was Ayerst. Jude. Now it's Tuck racing after it. Berzin's got there first. Heather Berzins cuts between a couple of BC players, goes down. Langston with a shot. Hit somebody in front of her. Whoa! A BC player goes flying into the net. That was Emily Jude. Gets up quickly. That looked a little scary. Calgary win the faceoff. It's Regan Fisher. Back to Fisher. Good pass up ahead. Chance for Fisher breaking in, a shot, save made by Thompson. That's kept in. Long shot wide of the goal by McLean. Kept onside. Good hustle there by Tegan Schroeder. Shot was blocked. Fisher. Schroeder with a shot over the top of the goal. Again, kept in by Calgary. Back to get it. Kirsten Langston. Down the floor it goes. It won't go for flooring. Calgary could have played it. Emily Zhu. Apperson was all over her. It was high in the air. Thompson reaches up and grabs it. will get a whistle with 12:24 to go. Second period, 2-0, Calgary. Just prior to the start of the next game, we'll have a brief opening ceremonies. We'll cover that for you here in our webcast. Ways to go in this one yet, though. Calgary looking very strong right now. Right out in front, scores! What a shot. Ripped into the top corner. There it is. They hold it in out at center. Great pass in front. And it is ripped top shelf. Three to nothing now. Calgary continuing to press. All Calgary right now. BC cannot get the ball out of their own end. Still it's held in. Right in front. Unable to pull the trigger was Karpenko. It was up in the air, knocked down by Ayerst. Still they can't get it out. They try and just lift it high in the air, and even that doesn't work. Spinning away, great move. Bearsons with a shot. BC legs are looking heavy right now. They need to get some fresh players out on the floor. They've spent the last couple of minutes in their own end chasing. Still, it's kept in at center by Sharp. Off the boards, and finally it's out, and BC races to the bench to get a change in. Sharp along the boards to an open wing, taking it off the boards and shooting it was Fisher. Did not get to goal. Fisher coming off the boards. That shot high over the top of the goal. On it, trying to chop it out with Stelben. Kept in. Schroeder to Sharp. Right on goal. Save made by Thompson, and she'll hold on. And ever since that third goal, BC has not gotten the ball out of their own end of the floor. Almost at the halfway point of this one. 10:08 left to go. Again, face-off win for Calgary. Shot back in by Fisher. Or Schroeder, that is, 28. Stelben trying to catch up to it, but she can't. And Calgary's going to have to come back into their own end again. Curio to take the face-off for Calgary. She wins it. Down the floor it goes. It'll go wide of the goal. And we will redo that face-off as it's another flooring call against BC. BC won or Calgary rather, won the face-off again. Langston threw it around the boards, trying to get it out. Can't. Just kept in by Curio. Out at center. Curio gets to it. Keeps it in. Ball bouncing around right at the blue line. First on it. Calgary. It is still not out over the red line. Still not out, and it's kept in. Thorpe down in deep. Her team trailing by 3, and they cannot get the ball out of their own end. They have not had any possession of it at all over center since giving up the 3rd goal. Wilson only gets it out over center, and that's it. Reeve brings it right back in again for Calgary. Esposito down into the corner. Zhu turning away. She'll try it herself, and that's knocked down at the blue line. Reeve wasn't sure where it was, never did find it. She's the one who stopped it, but then couldn't come up with it. Actually, that was Karpenko, 26. Maybe this time, Wilson. No, stopped by Karpenko. Karpenko turns it. BC get it out, but no possession. It will be brought back in. Beersons. That one off a leg towards the boards. Clearing attempt, shot right back in again by Beersons. Towards goal. Thompson plays it back behind the goal. Zhu has it. Coos. Stopped at center. Sent back in. Here's Kristen Coos. Langston. No dice. Can't get it out. It's still in. Busting towards the front of the goal was Heather Beersons. She's having a great shift. That is stopped. And again, right in front. Backhand pass broken up. Good diving play by Kristen Coos. Coos has it again off the boards, taken by Hatch. Finally, this is the first time they've touched the ball on the other side of the red line, and it's just dumped in. They'll change. Apperson getting around the outside. Apperson with a shot. Looking short side, missed, and it went up into the mesh. Face-off will come outside the blue line. 6:23 left to go. There haven't been many whistles. We'll take advantage of this one. That's knocked down. Apperson down into the corner. Dunlop pinned against the boards by Tulk. Back out. Reeve winds up. Big slap shot. Hit somebody in front. Rebound was there. Cleared to the boards. Reeve with it again. Just playing it around behind the goal. On it first, Apperson. Apperson trying to work it out in front, has it taken away by Stelben. Stelben tried to clear it. That will go out of play as they hit the mesh just down to our left. 5:31 to go. Domination by Calgary United. Just the one goal in the first period. They have added 2 here in the second, but they have dominated the possession game. Virtually this entire second period has been played down to our left. All of it has since Calgary made it 3-1. Still, it's kept in. Thorpe. Thorpe can't get it out. Clark will try her luck. No dice. Karpenko with a shot save made by Thompson. Thorpe. Again, it's knocked down. This time, a chance here for Langston. Langston gets to center. Knocked off her stick. It's kept in. Karpenko trying to cut into the middle. Knocked away from her by Coos. Coos for Wilson. Stepping up there was Miauchi to hold it in. Tristan Miauchi. Ball comes into the crease. Waved off. No goal. Score will stay 3-0. Again, we invite you to stay with us. At the end of this game, there will be a official opening ceremonies for these national championships. We will cover those for you. And then we'll move to a couple of games in the men's A. Brampton Midnight Express to take on the Calgary Phantoms, followed by New Tecumseh Extreme against the Saskatoon Buffalo. And we'll be back tomorrow morning and do it all over again. And Thursday morning, and Friday morning, and Saturday morning, where we'll have all the medal games. Again, it stays the Calgary side of center. It finally comes out, but sorry, the BC side of center, but Calgary has it. Berzins just dumps it in. Ju leaves it for Coos. Under 3.5 to play. Schroeder played it down to the corner, came out in front. Looking for it was Apperson. Dumped in towards goal. Thompson makes a save, directs the ball into the corner. Again, it's kept in. Can BC get it out this time? The answer is no. Dunlop, a pass across to Curio. She couldn't get a shot. Back down into the corner it goes. Coos with it. Coos has had enough. Sends it down the floor. It'll be a flooring call. 2:27 left to go. That goes up into the mesh. Face-off will stay in the BC end of the floor. Actually, they're going to bring it outside the blue line, saying last touched by a Calgary stick. Esposito. That was intercepted. Brought out by Toth. Toth racing after it. Toth down into the corner. Finally, Calgary gets something going, or BC rather gets something going, and the save is made by Delaney Bryan. She has not had much to do in this second period. That may have been the first action she's seen here in the second. Esposito running after it. Out to play it is Thompson. Brings it around the boards. First on it, Karpenko. Shot save made by Thompson. Holt is tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty against the BC Selects. That's Don Tulk. Will go to the penalty box. 2 for tripping. Only a minute 25 left to go. Power play for Calgary. Shot goes up and out of play. We'll come back to finish this power play. Let's hear from our friends at Napper one more time. All played off the boards by Reeve. Under a minute to go. Shot on goal. Another save by Thompson. Just 30 seconds left in this one now. Hustling back into her own end to go get it will be Michelle, Michelle Mars. Pass up at the blue line for Reeve. Coos will get that for BC. Kept in by Mars to Reeve. Just 7 seconds to go. Reeve plays it in along the boards. Karpenko with one last shot. As the buzzer goes, what a performance by Calgary United in this game up against a very veteran, experienced BC team. They completely dominated the second period, scoring 2 goals and could have had a lot more. Again, as we said, in terms of possession, all Calgary in that second period. We're going to stay with this one for just a few moments. Normally we would break away here. But coming up next, we've got the opening ceremonies, the official opening ceremonies, before we get to the next men's game. And even before that, we will get the player of the game presentations. After the opening ceremony, we will take a quick break, as the 2 men's teams will get an opportunity to have their warm-up. So while they do their warm-up, we'll step aside for just a minute. But while we're here, let's get the player of the game. And it's Elio Pascuzzo with the presentations. Player of the game for BC was number 11, Shaylin Clark. Kelty Apperson, player of the game for Calgary United. Teams salute each other. And coming up next, official opening ceremonies.